Hi guys, it's Matt. Jaboy. Sorry for the angle on the camera right now. It's a little janky. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay, so, I wanted to make a quick, just a quick video. This is not going to be a full review of Godzilla King of the Monsters. I just saw it last night. There is going to be a full audio review on oneofus.net. It has not been posted yet, but as soon as it is, I will make another announcement video, and I will also link that audio review down in the description. But you could also go to oneofus.net right now to, go subscribe and check out. I mean, that's where my podcast is. That's where a bunch of the other reviews I've done are. So, but yeah, so I saw the movie last night. It's Wednesday, May 29th right now, so I saw it on May 28th at 7 p.m. at an advanced screening for critics, which also was sort of open to the public as well. Like if you got your pass, you went in and you tried to get in. This is right here, I think probably the best aspect of the movie is this soundtrack by Bear McCreary, who was throwing in Ifukube themes and the Yuji Koseki Mothra theme and all that, and it's just amazing. Just so you know, if you want to go into this movie completely cold, with just having seen trailers or whatever, you might want to skip this. But anyway, yeah. So overall, I really liked the movie. I thought it was really just a sumptuous visual feast. There was so much happening, and just so much going on. There were a couple of moments where I honestly felt like I really wish this would slow down. Like it was honestly a little overwhelming. Ooh, excuse me. Ugh. Sorry, I just got up and it was a late night. But yeah, I do kind of wish that was my only real problem with the movie, was that there were some pacing problems. It felt like they had more material at one point, like especially with regards to the human characters, and they just someone decided, well, if the humans are on screen too long, people are going to lose their shit. And sorry for the language, but I felt like almost in some respects, I'm worried that the wrong lesson was taken from Godzilla 2014, which I still like that movie. I think that it's a really, I have a lot of respect for it, kind of like how Movie Bob said that it's this big budget monster movie and it's so restrained with how much monster action it has. I respect that a lot. Granted, I think the characters are pretty weak in that movie, but guess what? They're kind of weak in this one too, which is really unfortunate because the actors in this are all really, really good. Kyle Chandler and Millie Bobby Brown and Vera Farmiga and Ken Watanabe, they're all great actors, but they just don't get to really kind of sink their teeth in, so to speak, because it feels like the movie is kind of rushed. I mean, but that being said, I'm also one of those artsy-fartsy Godzilla fans who I really like GMK because there's a really strong human story. I like Godzilla the Sea Monster because I think the human characters are really, really fun. In addition to the monster, a good human story can only enhance a kaiju movie. There's also every possibility that while I was watching this movie, I emotionally was just all over the place because I'm sitting here and I'm trying to like parse this movie out in my head, and I'm trying to, and then every time the Ifukube theme comes up, I'm violently shaking because it's so perfectly matched with Godzilla himself, and the music and the sound design is so good. And the monsters are just fantastic. The monsters, honestly, are the best characters in the movie. I mean, Shinichi Sekizawa would be proud. That was a screenwriter for Giju the Three-Headed Monster. Because they did a great job of characterizing the monsters. And there's a lot of monsters in this. Like, you guys are going to be happy. I felt like I just wish they hadn't taken pruning shears to some of these human scenes, because I'm like, I wish this just had a little more room to breathe and it wasn't characters being carted from one location to the next so we could it felt like the final season or two of Game of Thrones, where it's like the characters are there just to cart the plot from one point to another. But hey, listen, if you like mayhem, and you like monster mayhem, and you wish the Michael Bay movies weren't as grotesquely offensive as they are, but you like that kind of rapid fire action, this is a movie for you. I think that it's going to be a big crowd pleaser. I just wish things were a little. I wish things were a little more restrained. But hey, you know what? I think you guys are going to really like it. I was shaking during certain parts, and Mothra had me in tears at a certain point where I was just like, and there's just a lot of great set pieces. It's just, I mean, even if you think like, oh man, well, I really wish I'm kind of disappointed to hear the story and the characters aren't that good or the pacing isn't that good. Actually, the high level story is really good. I actually really like the high level concept of like how this world building is, but again, the movie is so packed full of stuff that you're kind of like, there's a lot to keep track of. There's just so much happening. You're wondering, what could they trim, or what could they beef up? Because the monster stuff is all good. I'm so sorry. I'm still waking up. Trust me, they name drop characters a lot in this. So, lot of nice deep cuts for fans. You know, I think Doherty is truly a fan, which is why I've sort of been describing this movie as the most expensive fan fiction I've ever seen, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I love a good fan fiction, or even a bad fan fiction. For those wondering, Morgan didn't like it. She's a big, like, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, like, she's about characters, and this sort of madcap Showa-esque, it's very Showa, in that it almost doesn't care if it doesn't super make sense, and that sort of stuff I like. She's not as crazy about it, but in the review we did for One of Us, she makes some really, really good points, and I think that as time goes on, she's gonna maybe appreciate it a little more, but I think she was really looking forward to it and she was really looking forward to it and was excited for it. And I think that's something that also frustrates her, is that she didn't like it as much as he was hoping she would. But you know, that's just how it goes. I'm going to go to oneofus.net real quick. Let's see if the review is up. The review is not up yet. So again, once the One of Us review is up, and maybe before I post this, the review will be up. And I mean, check the description for the full review. We did like a 45-minute podcast review. If you really want to dig in, it was me, Michael, Marco, and Morgan. Oh my God. We're all M's. We are Monarch. That's weird. Anyway, yeah. So, thanks guys. You know, sorry it's been a little bit of a break, but keep your eye on this channel. Again, check the description for the oneofus.net review. So, otherwise, keep an eye open for a follow-up video where I'll be like, the review's up, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't really have anything I can do my stupid, like, whoa, so I'm just gonna go. Goodbye!